This is Akashvani. A review of today's Parliament proceedings read by Saira Mujtaba. First, from the Lok Sabha. Writer is Asim Kamal of PTI. The Lok Sabha was adjourned for the day today after being disrupted twice due to uproar by Congress members over Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi not being allowed to speak on a matter apart from the union budget. While Gandhi claimed in the House that Speaker Om Birla had promised to allow him to speak before the budget discussion began, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said that the Congress leader's statement was not entirely accurate and that the Speaker had asked him to first specify the topic he wanted to raise in the House. When the session resumed at 2 p.m. after two adjournments, the presiding chairperson, Sandhya Ray, called upon Congress MP Shashi Tharoor to begin the discussion on the union budget. Tharoor requested that Leader of the Opposition be allowed to speak before him. The presiding chairperson said that if the Leader of the Opposition wanted to participate in the budget discussion, he could speak. Gandhi, however, said that some Congress members had gone to Lok Sabha Speaker's chamber and Birla had promised that the Leader of Opposition would be allowed to speak before the budget discussion. Ray said that she had not received any notice and that in the current situation she could only allow discussion on the budget. Rijiju said that he was also present at the meeting between the Speaker and the Congress leaders. He said that the Speaker had initiated the idea that the House should function if all parties agreed. He said that when Congress leader K.C. Venugopal said in the meeting that the Leader of the Opposition wanted to speak in the House, the Lok Sabha Speaker said that permission would be granted only after he specified the topic. Mr. Rijiju said, therefore, Rahul Gandhi's claim that the Speaker had made a promise is not entirely accurate. Rijiju also said that the Speaker had also stated that if he gave the Leader of the Opposition an opportunity to speak, he would also give opportunities to leaders of other parties and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister would present the government's side. When the chair again called Tharoor's name to begin the discussion on the budget, he again requested that the Leader of the Opposition be allowed to speak first. Congress members created a ruckus when Rahul Gandhi was not allowed to speak on the subject other than the budget, due to which the House was adjourned for the day. Earlier, the House had been adjourned twice on the same issue. When the House met in the morning and Congress members demanded that the Leader of the Opposition, Rahul Gandhi, be allowed to speak, Lok Sabha Speaker Birla said that only questions are asked during question hour and no member is ever allowed to raise any other issue. He appealed to the protesting opposition MPs to allow question hour to proceed, saying that he would give all members an opportunity to speak during the discussion on the budget, according to the time allotted to them. Meanwhile, Congress MPs came near the Speaker's chair and started shouting slogans. As the commotion continued, the Speaker adjourned the proceedings after 5 minutes until noon. When the proceedings resumed at 12 noon, the presiding officer, Krishna Prasad Teneti, called the name of Congress MP Shashi Tharoor as the first speaker of the budget session, but the Leader of the Opposition expressed his desire to speak in the House. However, the presiding officer said that according to the legislative business before him, the discussion was to be on the budget. Congress members objected to this and said that the Leader of the Opposition has the right to speak in the House. The chair said that the Leader of the Opposition could speak on the budget if he wished. The deadlock continued due to Rahul Gandhi not being allowed to speak on any other subject and the proceedings were adjourned until 2 p.m. Meanwhile, the government informed the Lok Sabha that the Code on Social Security 2022 has come into force on 21st November 2025 with the objective to consolidate and simplify the existing social security laws into a single framework and to extend social security coverage to all workers, including organized, unorganized, gig, platform and self-employed workers. In a written reply to a question, Minister of State for Ministry of Labour and Employment, Shobha Karandlaje, said that for the first time, the definition of gig workers and platform workers and provisions related to the same have been provided in the Code on Social Security. She said that the Code provides for framing suitable social security measures for gig workers and platform workers on matters relating to life and disability cover, accident insurance, health and maternity benefits, old age protection, etc. The minister said the code provides for setting up of a social security fund to finance these welfare schemes. She further stated that the code also has provisions to constitute a National Social Security Board for the purposes of the welfare of gig workers and platform workers. Also, in response to a question on beach destinations, Minister for Tourism Gajendra Singh Shekhawat said the ministry compiles data on foreign tourist visits to states and union territories based on information received from the state and UTs. He said the development and promotion of tourist destinations and products including beach and coastal tourism, is undertaken by the respective state government, union territory or UT administration. Shekhawat said the Ministry of Tourism complements the efforts of states and UTs through various schemes and initiatives. He said the Ministry of Tourism, through its central sector schemes such as Swadesh Darshan 2.0 and Challenge-Based Destination Development, CBDD. The CBDD is a sub-scheme of Swadesh Darshan scheme which complements the efforts of tourism infrastructure development in the country. It includes tourism infrastructure at beach destinations by extending financial assistance to the SGUTAs on receipt of the project proposals from the concerned state government, union territory administration in synergy with the same guidelines, government directions, availability of funds, etc. He said the focus of the ministry is to strengthen and effectively implement these ongoing initiatives and monitor the evolving needs of the tourism sector. In a written reply to a question, Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav said, India's long-term low-emission development strategies, LTLEDs, provides a sustainable path towards achieving net zero by 2070. It involves 7 key strategic transitions, namely low-carbon development of electricity systems, developing low-carbon transport system, promoting adaptation in urban design, energy and material efficiency in buildings, and sustainable urbanization, promoting innovative low-emission industrial system, carbon dioxide removal and related engineering solutions, enhancing forest and vegetarian cover, and economic and financial aspects of low-carbon development. The government also informed the Lok Sabha that in order to reduce pollution caused by littered and unmanaged plastic and considering the adverse effect of littered single-use plastic items on terrestrial, aquatic and marine ecosystems, the Environment Ministry notified the Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021. The rules prohibit identified single-use plastic items which have low utility and high littering potential. That is from 1st July 2022. Minister of State in the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Kirti Vardhan Singh, said the ministry has also notified the guidelines on Extended Producer Responsibility EPR for plastic packaging, Wide Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2022. He said that as per plastic waste management rules, recycling encompasses the process of transforming segregated plastic waste into a new product or making raw material for producing new products. Further, Singh said the plastic waste which cannot be further recycled may be channelized for end-of-life disposal, which includes energy recovery and co-processing. For example, in cement, steel or any other such industry, waste to oil road construction as per prescribed guidelines. And now a review of proceedings in the Rajya Sabha. Writer is Kumar Rahul of PTI. The Rajya Sabha today took up general discussion on Union Budget 2026-27. Initiating the discussions, senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram criticized the government for cutting capital expenditure at a time when neither the public sector, private sector, nor foreign investors are investing in India. Terming the budget as a forgettable budget, former finance minister also said the government's much-vaunted Form Express is stuck, if not derailed, and while the unemployment among the youth continues to pose serious challenge, the government's internship scheme has failed. Chidambaram also hit out at the government for cutting allocations for agriculture and rural development, accusing it for depriving roads and housing to villages. He said the centre has cut its capital expenditure by 25,335 crore rupees, adding that it is worse the state's capital expenditure, for which the centre gives advance, is cut by 1.19 lakh crore rupees. Attacking the government's fiscal consolidation steps, he said that at this rate of fiscal consolidation, it will take 12 years to achieve the FRBM, or Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Business Budget Management target. The FRBM target was last achieved only in 1 year, 2007-2008, on the fiscal deficit. He said, adding that the fiscal deficit has ballooned. Chidambaram alleged that the government was able to meet its fiscal deficit target by cutting total expenditure 1 lakh crore rupees, and the RBI gave a dividend of 3 lakh crore rupees. DMK Rajya Sabha member P. Wilson accused the government of abject surrender to the US in striking a one-sided trade deal and demanded that it discloses the specifics of the pact. Citing media reports, he said India is eliminating its reduced tariff on US-made industrial goods, foods and agriculture, but the US will continue. 18% tariff on textiles, leather goods, organic chemicals, goods originating from India. The impact of US tariff on the textile industry in India, especially Tamil Nadu, is terrible, he noticed. Congress leader Randeep Surjewala alleged that the union budget has completely duped India's villages, farmers and the poor and deprived sections of the society. CPIM member A.A. Rahim urged the government to stop the contractualization and also sought the filling up of government jobs at the earliest. He also suggested laws for work-life balance and the right to disconnect. Jaya Bachchan of Samajwadi Party saw details on the amount allocated under the budget for providing jobs to the unemployed. She also pointed out the high tax burden on the entertainment industry. BJP member Ghanshyam Tiwari said the budget of this country is now 53,47,315 crore rupees, which was just around 17 lakh crore rupees when the Congress was in power at the centre. He said the Congress is alleging that the government has put the interests of farmers at stake in India-US deal, which is not right. He said our farmers will have access to the US market and some agricultural products as spices will attract zero duty. Ashok Kumar Mittal of AAP raised the decline in FPI in India. He also raised concerns over farmer suicide in Punjab and said that the state witnessed a flood and has not received proper central assistance. Niran Bishi of BJD, M. Dhanapal of AIADMK and Meenakshi Jain, also nominated, participated in the discussion. Sajjad Ahmed Kichlu of JNK-NC sought special package for the state and also extension of the railway network in the state. Earlier in the morning, DMK MP Tiruchi Shiva submitted a notice of breach of privilege in the Rajya Sabha against Union Minister Piyush Goyal for giving details of the India-US trade deal outside the House when Parliament was in session. When the House met for the day, Shiva mentioned the notice, saying Goyal, by announcing details of a policy decision of the government outside the House, had committed breach of privilege. Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan, who was presiding the session, said Goyal had already made a statement on the issue in the House and he would look into the issue later. Earlier in the day, opposition members staged a walkout from the House while raising the issue of Leader of the Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge not being allowed to speak. Congress member Kharge rose during the question hour to say that the Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, was not allowed to speak on the motion of thanks. Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan, however, did not allow him to raise the issue relating to the Lok Sabha and said that nothing that he said would go on record. Kharge raised the issue of Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal making a statement last week on the India-US trade deal outside the House when Parliament was in session. As the chairman did not allow Kharge to speak, members of the entire opposition were on their feet, raising their protest. As the chairman proceeded with the question hour, opposition members continued with their protest and later staged a walkout from the House. During zero hour, BJP MP Sujit Kumar suggested for the establishment of an independent space force to safeguard India's strategic interests in outer space. He emphasized that space is no longer merely scientific but a strategic domain as well. Kumar highlighted that all communications, navigation, banking, surveillance and military operations based on space between assets. He further said India's greater strategic adversary, or China, operates a dedicated strategic support force and the US established its space force in 2009.